Welcome to a new travel segment on my show called Tea with Coco. So I will be spilling the tea on travel experiences that I've had that are completely insane. And if you're wondering about this hair, it is a wig from Disney. I think a bad wig in my opinion. I'm supposed to be Mal from Descendants for a Halloween party, but Disney, this wig is not snap. So anyway, on to my first travel story, which is Halloweeny and spooky. So some of you may know, last year I was abroad in Europe. And in this experience, obviously I had to have somewhere to live. And
the university was supposed to arrange an apartment for me. However, magically, once I arrived in the country, this apartment was not available, and eventually I ended up being put up in this bougie 4-star apartment hotel place, and luckily some of the receptionists spoke English, most of them didn't, because I did not know the language, and I was kind of bamboozled into going to this country because I expressed my reservations of going to a country where I don't really know the language, because I think if you live somewhere you should pretty much know the language or be prepared to learn it. But they told me, oh, it's a city, everyone speaks English there, it'll be completely fine. Not true. Almost no one there spoke English, and pretty much the only people that did were at the university. And again, I said a couple of people at the hotel, the receptionist, spoke a little bit of English, not a ton. But I guess what can you do?
So in this hotel, it's around Halloween time. I like watching my scary movies. I've come home from the university, start unpacking my school work, and I start completing all my schoolwork, and all of a sudden I hear this strange noise that is clearly coming from the bathroom that basically sounds like water boiling out of the pipes and flooding the entire bathroom. So at this point I'm freaking out. Like, my bathroom is probably flooded, and in this country and this hotel, they like literally charge you for everything and blame you for anything that happens and goes wrong, and they have like all these notices about how much you'll be charged. And so I'm like, OMG, what the hell am I supposed to do? So I go look in the bathroom, and it's all normal. So I'm like, what? It sounds like water is spilling out and going everywhere, and there's no water anywhere. I check the toilet, the shower, the sink, and nothing weird is going on. So at this point, I think maybe I'm a little crazy. I don't know. So I go back to my schoolwork. I do my schoolwork. Eventually, that sound goes away after 10 or 15 minutes. I don't hear it again. Everything's fine. I've gotten ready for bed. I've watched a scary Halloween movie, and I'm in bed messaging some of my friends, and then I go to sleep, and all of a sudden there are these screeching demon noises, and they're coming from the bathroom, which I have shut the door to after the craziness of that late afternoon. So I am freaking terrified out of my mind in a country where I don't really know anyone. And if I were to call anyone that I have barely met, they would think I was insane, and I would be that crazy American girl. So I am thinking to myself, what do I do? And I'm like, maybe it'll stop, maybe it'll stop. And it goes on, and so I'm like, I'm going to call reception because I don't know what else to do. And if they think I'm crazy, who cares? So I call down to reception. The phone just keeps ringing. Literally, I timed myself. The phone rang for an entire minute, and I was like, what the heck do I do? So I'm like, okay, take a deep breath, call them again. Sometimes they're sitting in the restaurant area grabbing a drink late at night, so maybe they're just taking some time, or maybe they went to the bathroom. So I call them again while this screeching demon noise is coming from my bathroom, and no one answers. And so I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'll just go down to reception. I don't care that I'm in my pajamas, and that is a huge faux pas in Europe to go to the reception in your pajamas at any hotel, especially a bougie 4-star hotel. So in my pajamas, put on my flip-flops, I am running down the reception, and I notice as I'm passing all of these other rooms. The and all of the lights are off in every single other room. And that the light in the hallway that is usually super fluorescent bright is now dim and flickering. And so I am now in my own horror movie. And I really wish I had filmed this because it was insane. So I am having even more of a panic attack. Not just because there are demon noises in my bathroom, but because now I seem to be the only one in this hotel that weird paranormal shit is happening. So I get to where the staircase is, I run down those stairs, and obviously it's like clomp, 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 and there is no one at the reception desk. The only two people in this lobby are these giant, burly men who I have not seen in this hotel for the past month and a half. So I'm like, who the heck are these people, and are they going to murder me? Because these were scary ass looking men. And so they just kind of stared at me for, I don't know, various reasons probably. And I point to the reception desk and I say reception, even though I don't really think they probably understand what I'm saying. And they're like, ooh, and shake their head, which is even more creepy. So now in my mind, I'm thinking, did these men murder the receptionist? And they're here to murder everyone, and that is why all these freaking doors are open and the lights are off. And so I'm freaking out, and then they kind of smile, like, oh, okay, okay. And then one of them thinks to use the computer at the reception desk, and they're basically telling me in gestures to type on the computer. So I type in demon noises coming from my bathroom. And the guy reading it laughs at whatever this translated into, which Google Translate was not very good at that language, translating from English to that language. And so I'm like, either he's laughing at me and he thinks I'm crazy, or he understands what I'm saying. So he tries typing back in his language into the English, and whatever came out did not make any sense. And so I'm like, oh, what is going on? And of course, by this time, I actually know these guys are safe. They look like repairmen. Just to let you know, I'm not typing back and forth with someone who I think would murder me. So basically, there's no resolution. I have no idea what's going on aside from, at this point, they have opened up one of the ceiling panels and have tools out, and there is water spilling down from the ceiling. So I just go back up to my room. I get on my phone and use one of my apps to call my friends, and I'm like,
girl, Ashley, I don't even know what is going on. And I tell her this whole story, and I think I'm probably pretty much on the verge of crying, tears, and then all of a sudden
there is this huge police bang on my door. And for whatever reason, I noticed this year in Europe, a lot of the hotels, they have blocked all the peepholes off on hotel rooms. I'm not exactly sure why. So I couldn't even see who was outside my door. And so I'm like,
I don't know what to do. Should I answer it? What do I do? Stay on the phone with me, okay?
Not that there's anything she could have done if this was someone here to murder me, arrest me, take me to an insane asylum, because we're not even in the same country, let alone on the same continent. So I answer the door, and it's one of the guys from downstairs, and he tries to say something to me in his language I don't understand. He just hands me the phone after he says something into it. And so who's on the other line? It was the manager of the hotel, who either should have been there, had a receptionist there, because they're supposed to be there 24/7. And she was like, what is going on? He has tried to kind of explain to me what is going on, but I don't understand. And I said, there are demon noises screeching out of my bathroom. And she doesn't say anything for about a minute. And then she says, ah, they are working on the radiator pipes. So there might be some strange noises. And in my mind, I'm thinking,
A, who in the world works on pipes that are going to make crazy ass noises at 2 or 3 in the morning? And 2, why didn't you tell me that, hey girl, you might hear some strange things going on? Don't worry, it's the repairman working on the radiator pipes.
so I'm not crazy. It wasn't demons. It was radiators, which I have never lived anywhere that had radiators before, so I have not experienced the noises that echo from when people work on it and the crazy things that come out of them. But one of my friends I did call, she has lived in an old school apartment with radiators, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, like if they fix them, they make like these crazy noises and it echoes all the way through out the radiator. Not sure why they even had radiators or why they would repair them, because this hotel had forced heating and the only radiator was in my bathroom. So that is why there were crazy noises in my bathroom. I hope you enjoyed this story. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of these stories, and let me know if you like this travel segment or you just want me to continue posting travel videos whenever I have more available, or if you'd like to see slideshows of other places I have been that I didn't make videos of. So, hope you enjoyed Spilling the Tea with Coco!